Today, we'll learn the absolute essentials of HTML. Let us create our first web page. Here is what you need to do. Open your Visual Studio Code and create a folder that is called My Website. Create a folder and call it My Website. If this comes up, just say you trust the source and continue. So we have our folder here written My Website. Then, inside that folder, create a new file and save it as index.html. It's very important to use the .html file extension. This tells the browser that the file contains HTML code. We are now going to learn the anatomy of HTML syntax to structure our website. So before we can build anything with HTML, we need to understand the anatomy of how HTML really works. Let me walk you through the structure of a single HTML element. This is the foundation of everything. This line of code is a complete HTML element, and it's made up of three main parts. We have the opening tag, the content, and the closing tag. Together, this whole thing is called HTML element. Let me break it down even further. The opening tag starts with a less than symbol, followed by the tag name, and it ends with a greater than symbol. H1 means start a heading level 1. The browser understands this as a large bold title. The next part is the hello world. This is the actual text that the browser will show on the page. You can write anything here, a title, a sentence, a name, and HTML will display it using the rules of the tag you are using. Then we do have the closing tag. It is similar to the opening tag. The only thing that closing tag has is this /. The closing tag H1 means and this heading 1 element here. Every HTML element that wraps content needs an opening and a closing tag, unless it's a self-closing tag, like an image, which we'll go to later, all right? The next thing we need to look at is what we call the HTML syntax. The HTML syntax is already what we have discussed, and we are saying the tag name could be anything here. It could be anything. It could be a P, it could be an A for anchor tags, it could be a H1, it could be H6, and so on and so on. And the browser will use these tags to decide how to display that content. Think of HTML as you being an editor, writing notes to a book designer. You say, this should be a title when you are writing a book, and then you come to a place and you're saying, this should be bold, this should be a bullet list, this one I want to make it to have numbers, and the browser is your designer. It follows your instructions and presents the content the way you asked. Now, I want you to go ahead and practice this. Create a file called index.html. Type the following in your index.html. Then, once you are done, I'll remove this and I'll hit Control Save. Once you are done, you'll open the live server. You come down here and click on Go Live. You are able to see the heading and the paragraph displayed, all thanks to HTML element syntax that you just learned. Here is what you need to know. Every HTML element has an opening tag, it has a content, and it has a closing tag. The tag name tells the browser what kind of element it is. HTML syntax is strict. Don't forget those angle brackets and closing tags. This is the foundation of all your future code. Coming up next, we'll talk about the HTML boilerplate and how to build a full page layout. So go ahead, give it a shot, and for all that and more, I'll see you in the next lesson.